course, I gotta start my video with a burp. How professional. Okay, so yeah. So this is a speech that I wrote a long time ago, and I'll probably never get to make this speech in front of anyone's child or any school, so I thought I'd put on a video. But I'm going to read it kind of quick so I can get this all read in one video. So, hello, my name is Julie Pearson. I wrote this on March 26, 2003. Like 16 years ago. So I was quite a bit younger and smarter, apparently. I'd like to thank you all for letting me talk to you today. I feel very privileged to be here, and I hope you will all change your ways from now on. It is up to each and every one of you to say no more to bullying. It must stop here, and it must stop now. Our future depends on each one of you to be strong and to especially get along with each other. 1. I'm still here to tell you I'm a survivor. I was abused and bullied every day, hour after hour, day after day, for 9 years straight. Not only did it affect my schoolwork and learning, but it affected my self-worth and self-esteem. I felt like I was indeed a nobody. Next, I eventually believed that everyone was saying to me, when you hear it day in and day out, you begin to think that maybe they are right. I later learned there was nothing wrong with me. Next, I woke up one day and knew I was special. I knew that I was a nice person who was simply shy and didn't have anyone to stand up for me. I was alone, very alone, but it took 30 years to figure that one out. Next, I was hurt in many ways emotionally, and I was humiliated day after day. I frowned the day more than I smiled. When you go through a childhood like that, it affects you for the rest of your life, and it never goes away. It stays with you into adulthood. The nightmares are always there. And when you grow up and see those people again, you feel just like you did when you were little. It never goes away. All I wanted was for them to leave me alone. Next, I used to lie down and wonder why I was chosen to endure such pain and misery. And now I see why. I know now that I had to go through all this pain so I could share my story with you and somehow change the minds of our future generations. It starts with you. I cannot change the past and I cannot take away my memories, but I can use my pain in a positive way and help those who need a helping hand or a shoulder to cry on, and best of all, hope for a brighter future. Next, I know what it is like to hurt and to be hurt, and I know why bullies do the things they do. I have learned the hard way why life is so hard on all of you, and hopefully today I can make this world a little better, one school at a time, one child at a time, one hug at a time. Next, as soon as the teachers left the room or looked down or turned towards the blackboard, the abuse began. I was whispered to many times or at and called names. Notes were given to me. People acted nice at first and laughed in my face. I was never invited to parties. I was spit on, and my hair was pulled, and I was looked at in a negative way all the time. No one would ask me how my day was. No one even cared. When I was invited to a birthday party, this is next, I was invited only because the parents insisted and only for the gift. I was never played with or talked to, and when there was a sleepover, I would sleep alone or at the foot of the bed so the girls could put their feet on me. I was a doormat and told so on many occasions. They would say they didn't want me there. And next, I want to say to you all, it is not worth it. Don't allow this to happen anymore. Just remember, when you say mean things to others, it will hurt them for the rest of their lives. Everything you say that is bad hurts deep, and the nice things you say stay with a person forever. Someone like me never forgets the good times, but spends the rest of my life forgetting the bad. Stop hurting us. Leave us alone. Walk away. If you don't like someone, just keep walking. It is simple. But remember, everyone has something to offer if you just look. Everyone has good in them, and if you try real hard, you will see they want to like you too. Next, I have made it my passion to spend my time educating you to learn how to get along. I want a safe environment for all our children, all of you. I want a place where learning can be done and fear is a thing of the past. I feared going to school every day. I would find reasons to be able to stay home. I was safe there, and I was away from the abuse. No child should have to make up excuses to not learn or to not go to school. We're all born different. Different is cool, and each and every one of you has special gifts to offer. and you all are beautiful in your own ways. Next, bullies can be stopped. They feel in control because no one says anything. They all follow. It is cool to say no to bullying. It is not cool to bully. You all know what is right and what is wrong by grade 2. Easily by grade 2. There's usually only one bully in each class and one being bullied. The rest sit back and watch and follow and go along with it. If you say no to the bully, then all of a sudden the bully has no control and will change his or her ways real quick. It can be stopped. I found out years later that all those classmates really did like me and hated the bully, but couldn't say anything because they would have been bullied next. Well, that's what they believed. They stayed where it was safe and said nothing, knowing it was hurtful to me and was totally wrong. Next, each and every one of you is special, and each one of you has something to offer the person next to you. Maybe it's a safe place to hang out after school. Maybe it's a good meal. Maybe it's a shoulder to lean on. There's always something there, or even a smile. Next, everyone has the right to go to school and to feel safe and to be able to learn without bullies. All right. This is next. Different is what makes the world go round. It should be praised. We all are unique, and different is what will help you all in your journey for the rest of your lives. Different is good. I was always picked on because I was different. Next. You never know what your classmates may become, so you must treat everyone with respect and you must give them a chance. You cannot turn back time. What is done can never be undone, so don't start and you will have no regrets. Next, if you can't get along with us, then all we ask is to just leave us alone. Next, we depend on the teachers to keep our children safe. And in order for you to do that, we need you to be our eyes and ears. And when you see something is not right, you need to stop it. The popular students always get to sit at the back of the room. It gives them a lot of space to throw things and spit and say words. And I believe the teachers should move the kids every day to a new location, never with the same kids, or at least once a week. Next, I think you should also make time every day to have talking time, where the students are forced to sit with someone new in the class and they talk to each other about interests. This way, it would be harder for the bully to be mean. They choose not to get to know them. This way they have to. And next, if a teacher leaves the classroom, have someone watch the kids while you are out. Ask for volunteers if you have to, or even a janitor. I am sure he or she wouldn't mind. Ask the janitor to watch the kids at recess and report everyone who is having difficulties and fix it immediately. Don't wait. This is important. It is when the most abuse happens. Next, if you see someone crying, help them. Be there for them in any way they need. All we need is an ear and compassion to know someone really cares. And next, no one ever said hello to me or asked how I was. Not even by my teachers. I always felt like no one heard my cries, and there were many. No one heard my voice. I was crying out for someone, just one person who would make all my misery go away, but no one ever did. I was invisible. Next, when I look around, I feel unhappiness. All I see is hurt and pain in these classrooms. I always had a classmate who would do anything she could to make my life miserable. She would take my friends away and make them popular if they would never talk to me again, and laugh in my face later. And she would plan on picking on me every day. She never did the dirty work. She always got someone else to do it for her. She was controlling in every way. Next, a bully will find anything and everything about you to hurt you. They say it is your looks, or that you are fat, or you have glasses. It doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter. They know you won't stand up for yourself, and they know the other classmates will not say anything, so it could be anything. It never has to do with who you really are. It has everything to do with their insecurities. They feel big and important, and they like that. I was shy, and she knew I wouldn't fight back, so that was reason enough to control me, and she did for 9 long years. If you are different, they will hurt you. Sorry. I cry myself to sleep almost every night and wonder why me. I can never figure out why everyone hated me so much. What did I do to deserve this? What was wrong with me? Next, I allowed them to hurt me. I didn't know how to stop it. I didn't know where to look for help. I would look in the mirror and see an ugly person, someone who was being tortured, and no way out. I would see pain, tears, and sorrow. I hated my life. I hated school, and I hated the person who bullied me. I hated everyone who was mean to me. All I wanted to know is why. Why me? I wanted it to stop. Next. I was told many times by teachers that I was not very smart. And my learning was slower than everyone else's, but they never took into consideration that maybe I didn't have time to learn. I was too busy wiping my tears and too afraid to learn. I had to put all my energy into surviving the day, every day. Then came junior high. Finally, I would leave my old school and go to another school. It would be better, it would be brighter, I would meet new friends, but I was sadly wrong. Those are the worst 3 years of my life, even worse than what I went through in elementary school. Next, it started off good. Then my friends I met slowly went away one after another, and I never knew why until later. There were many times I would lay my head down on my desk and cry, and no one would ask what was wrong. I was so tired. Other times I would go hide behind the classroom doors and cry endlessly for any help I could get, but nothing. By this time, and that was grade 7, I wanted to quit school altogether. I hated it there. The only thing that kept me from quitting was my gym class. I loved going to it. The teacher was great and kind, and I felt good there. He was the only reason I stayed, I think. You have to hold on to whatever you can. I wanted to learn. I just didn't have time to learn. I wanted to get away from the pain and hurt, but I knew I had to fight it out and stay. I also had parents that didn't go. My father didn't go past grade 8. My mother was illiterate, so I didn't have parents that could help me. And my siblings, my brother never helped me with my schoolwork, so I had nobody to help me, no friends, nothing. That didn't help either. All right, next. Then one day I went out to lunch. I was going out to meet a friend, and I walked over. She was with some people I didn't like much. And before I could talk to her, another classmate said, "Can I talk to you?" And then she said, "Don't take this the wrong way, but we don't want you here. We want you to leave." I was so shocked. Well, then she blew her hair like this. And my friend, or so I thought, turned her head and walked away. They all did. I was humiliated. I stormed out of school, never wanting to come back. I wanted to end my life right then and there. Then I realized I was not going to go down to her level, and walked back to school to finish the day. That day hurt me a lot, and I will never forget. I'll never forget it for as long as I live. Those words hurt me so much. I hated her for saying that. I still do. She will never know how much those words hurt me, and that is why I'm here today. Next, you need to be strong. Even when you feel there is no strength left, you must go on, and you must always believe you are not alone. You're never alone. You must never give up. Wow, I knew that even back then. Next, every lunch hour I would sit on the bare cold stage, while everyone was eating with friends on the gym floor, all in their little groups. I would hope someday for just one friend, one person to sit with me and eat lunch with me. That was all I wanted, but it never happened. I would sit alone, deep in my thoughts, wondering if anyone would see me as pretty someday, or that someday I would be a wife and a mother, and that I would be loved. Next, I'm here to tell you that there is a rainbow at the end of the tunnel, and there is a day where happiness will be yours. I'm living proof that anyone can make it and grow up to be respectable people and good people. I do whatever I want to do, and no one stops me. So here are a few things that I've learned, if that isn't enough already. 1, the popular kids are always at the back. That should not be allowed. They should be up front to ensure that they can be watched more and less things would happen in class. Next, I'm here to tell you that you that are being bullied should not take it personally. It is not you they hate. It is your innocence. They cannot relate to you. They don't understand you. Next, a bully is mean to make them feel taller, in control. Maybe they have no control at home or somewhere else. They act mean so they cannot be hurt. As long as they are hurting others, they feel strong and all right. Next, if you are picked out in a crowd in the classroom, it is because you have shown a weakness. A bully looks for weaknesses. I was quiet and shy, and I tried to be everybody's friend. I was nice, basically. Next, it is never anything you did or didn't do. They choose to hate you. Not because of who you are, but because you had something they did not have. like a happy family at home or whatever. You're smarter than them or prettier or more talented, whatever. I always wondered why me. It was never about me. It was always about their lives and what they were going through. The person that bullied me, her father was an alcoholic, and she was abused at home, and so was all of the other people that were alongside her bullying me. They also had abusive upbringings, sexual abuse, or alcohol, or one of the people that I went to school with, her mother was a schizophrenic, that kind of thing. And they had to live in impossible situations at home, so they had to be in control somewhere, and that was at school. When they were mean, they were in control. I always wondered why me. It was never about me. It was always about their lives and what they were going through. Next, the classmates always disliked the bully, but never do anything to change it, but now you can. And they'll never say that or admit that either. I didn't find that out until years later. Next, bullies can change. I have seen it. I am friends with one now. I was told that 80% of my classmates were abused in one way or another, and that upset me very much. I thought that if that was the case in my class, then it's probably the case in every other class in the world. I want to change that if I can. A child spends most of their time in school, so it should be a safe place for everyone, bullies included. They need a safe place to stay as well. We need to take care of each other. Alright. Next thing I said was, I was also told that those people who were mean to me stuck together, because they felt that what happened to them would be kept secret if they hung around others who went through the same things as them, abusive things. Everyone needs to know that there is always someone who will help you if you just ask. And it is okay to spend some time with someone who has a safe place to go. It is okay to get to know someone who has a different life outside of school. Everyone always has something to offer. Next, bullies stick together. They feel safer that way. Next, you were not born a bully, you were made one. And it's also from the things that they experience at home makes them into the people that they are at school. So if they're really mean at school, chances are their home life is of neglect or abuse or abandonment or all of those things, or they don't get parenting at all, or they get probably hit, things like that. If you're not taught how to love, how can you expect to know how to treat others? I'm sorry. I forgot my allergy pill. Next, I always thought it was me, but I know it is not me. I was fine. Nothing was wrong with me. Next, most importantly, you're not alone. If you're being bullied and it won't stop, there's always another person, another class in every school who is looking for someone just like you to be a friend or talk to or to phone each other. Or nowadays, at that time there wasn't texting, but now there's texting and things like that. Internet. You just have to pick up the phone and call that school or go there. I never knew that. That would have made a big difference in my life. I could have had a friend just like that. Next, start a group of your own. Get together where those who are bullied can hang out and do things together. Make a meeting place at someone's home. Start a website. There's a lot you can do to ensure you're not alone. To all the bullies, leave us alone. If you have tried and still don't like us, walk away. Don't hurt us anymore. Think before you talk. And most of all, if you are going through something that you know is not right, don't take it out on us. Talk to us or anyone. Tell someone about your problems. You are not alone. There is people out there who will help you. Don't spend your time being angry at everyone. It is not our fault. And it's not your fault, whatever's happening to you at home either. Reach out for help and don't stop until you find it. Remember, you grow up. And someday you will make your own decisions in your own life. Life is what you make it. You have rights too. Treat others with dignity and you will see you will feel better inside. There's no such thing as too many friends. The more friends, the merrier. The more friends that you can bring into your club, the better off you're going to be. It's just a good thing. You're all important to me and you all are special in my eyes for our future. Stop hurting others. Be yourself. And give each other a chance. Last page. we all came from the same place. We're all alike in that way. We all have feelings and we all hurt. If we help each other, then school can be a great place to grow up in. I hope our future generation will have a much safer place to learn than I had growing up. I hope you will look around and see kindness in everyone. It is there if you look. Be nice to each other. And if you can't be nice, then just walk away. I see now why I had to go through all the pain I did. I woke up one day to see what I was put on this earth to do, and that is to educate you all to stop hurting each other. Use that energy to do good. And all in capitals, I said, most of all, never give up on your dreams. You can have it all. I never gave up on mine. There is hope for everyone. You control your life and your future. Make it a good one with no regrets. And I said, remember, you cannot turn back time. Thank you for listening.